Yo, what up, Fight World? It is me. We back here to talk some of this boxing. Mm, mm. Yo, what up, Oscar? What up? What up? What up? Gang, gang. Thirsty. Need some water. Gang. Gang. We on top of things, man. Hated and love of the underdogs on top. You did. That's how we move in 2017. Yo. Waiting for slow YouTube to start promoting us so we can get the stream really popping all the way, man. Yo. Still ain't rewatched the fight. See, that's all, man. I'm an Aries. I just keep shit moving. It's hard to like slow down because when I slow down, I gotta pull myself back and like literally give myself time to just chill out and watch a fight again that I already watched live. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a mindset. But I haven't watched it again yet. Yeah. Can you guys hear the stream okay? Loud and clear? Put yes or no.
No.
Let me know something. Y'all hear it? I want to talk about the middleweight division. Monday mail day got rough because I'm always moving. But we got to kick it back up. I mean, I think I did a lot of them live. I just did like a live stream because that's what was required. I might have been sick last Monday because I know when I was coming back from Vegas on Sunday, I started feeling sick. So I don't even remember if I did it, to be honest. Man, YouTube is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's like not notifying people of the stream, people who even have the bell icon clicked. So we're gonna talk about all that stuff. I wonder if we made it to the front page yet. Yeah, man. That play button's coming soon. No, someone just asked me that. I haven't got a chance to watch Triple G for Canelo versus Canelo again yet. Like I said, it's a mindset. I got to put myself in that mind to like give myself an hour to watch the fight again. I'm always moving, always doing something. I got like a lot of stuff I haven't really, there's no reason to talk about it, but I got a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I got to pack again and a lot of stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes. So it's not just what you guys see, it's other things being done groundwork being laid. Kevin, I got the notification on my phone. Good. How you feel about 100K subs? Shit, we're not there yet, but we close. It's just a mindset. YouTube trying to sabotage me. That's cool. I'm used to being the underdog. None of that matters. I remember when I first started, the views were coming in slow. It was harder to grow, at least in this niche, or whatever you guys say. And laid groundwork. Now we almost at 100K. So no matter if you try to sabotage, if you try to support, you still hit our numbers, still get to our goals one way or another. You know what I mean? That's just the nature of it. You can't, when it comes to anything, any job, anything you do has peaks and valleys. You know what I'm saying? Like boxing, for example. This year is a phenomenal year for boxing, but we also went through a lot of shitty years. I think 2014, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever year where Danny Garcia fought Rod Salka, that wasn't a great year. Like, it was like Al Heyman, we didn't know this at the time, but he was trying to create premier boxing champs behind the scenes and things like that. And as a result, I feel like he wasn't trying to make crazy matches because he was going to keep it for premier boxing champs. So we got a lot of Danny Garcia versus Rod Salka, some robberies. So, you know what I mean? That's what you guys, if you watch my channel, it's more than just boxing. It's more like lifestyle, life lessons, things you can learn from. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. Because, like I said, no matter what you do, there's going to be peaks and valleys, ups and downs. You just got to keep on trucking, keep moving forward. On your Rocky Balboa. Nothing is going to end as hard as life. And that's true. So, we here now. Not everyone could be with us. We had to give some people coffins, some people the hot seat, some people gave up their YouTube aspirations. But we here now. I am so thirsty. Was that the same year Khan fought? No, I don't think Danny Garcia fought Salka the same year as Khan. Man, YouTube got to get it together, man. Like, I've seen a lot of, like, ever since they did this layout, I've seen a lot of issues with YouTube, like little buggy stuff. And that's what it is. Like, you notice when they come out with a new iPhone, your phone starts tripping out. They got new iOS software and stuff. It's like, I'll be glad when they roll this shit all the way out, fix the algorithm and everything. Because ever since they changed the setup, and they added like a night vision, night viewing, and all types of stuff like that, it's YouTube has been real buggy. Real buggy. But like, I'm not seeing you guys. If you guys are in the chat, just put here or something, because I really feel like I'm on the YouTube homepage and it's not. I haven't seen one thing saying I'm live, and that's where a lot of people catch it on their homepage. So if you're here, put here or something, then we'll do roll call and then we'll get right to it. But YouTube is slacking right now on the job. Everybody put here. Put it twice, put it 3 times, just so the activity gets up, then more people join, hit the like button, and then we'll really get this off the ground. Because I don't, like, no disrespect to the people who are here early, but I'm not trying to cover certain things, and then more people join, and then I gotta say everything I just said again. So just keep the comments flowing, activity, the like button. And when YouTube starts seeing that, they'll be like, oh, okay, we gotta start promoting. So you guys right now talk about whatever you want. I'll be reading just random questions, and then we'll get back to the format. But right now, YouTube's taking forever. Golovkin, Canelo, Jacobs, Charlo, Andre, Lemieux, Billy Joe Saunders, Derevchenko, Hassan Endam, Murata should all face each other in a tournament. Yeah, them tournaments are a little bit hard though, because of the promoters, because of money. You know what I mean? You got Top Rank, you got Golden Boy, Al Heyman, and none of them are really in unison. I've seen Bob Arum go at De La Hoya and say certain things he's done as a business is stupid. You know what I mean? And until you get that type of unity, then it's hard to make any kind of tournament because there's great fighters, but they're represented by these different branches in boxing. And nobody, it's like every man for himself in the boxing game. Even the boxing media game. That's why I just keep to myself. Like, you know what I mean? There's people I know, people I'm cool with, and they know who they are, but I keep to myself because certain people, they treat it like prison. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to click up. If certain people on that casual shit, you usually see them hang out together and click up and be all buddy and all that. You know what I mean? I'm the lone wolf. I'm the pack leader. So, you know what I mean? I got connects, but at the same time, I kind of keep to myself. Go on my trips, do my shit, link up with other people I know who aren't really necessarily in boxing media per se, and just enjoy my travel. Did you hear about Canelo Triple G doing 1.3 million pay-per-view buys? No. I heard it was like 2 million, but I'm just waiting for more formalities, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't heard anything really definitive at all. Jacob's fighting you can see on the thumbnail, but we'll discuss that. Like I said, I'm just waiting for YouTube to put it on the homepage, promote, so we start getting our normal traffic, but YouTube is taking forever. What? Wait for what? No, there's more likes than one. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Someone just said it's showing one like on his side. That's what I'm talking about. Ever since YouTube did this new layout thing, it's been buggy and glitching, and what certain people see, other people don't see, and certain people are getting notifications, other people aren't getting notifications. Wow. Someone says it's showing 11 likes, someone's showing 24. My screen is showing me 26 likes. That's what I'm telling you. There's been times ever since they did the new layout where it'll say we have 12 people in the chat, but we got 46 likes. Like, how is that even possible? And I just got on. See, everybody is showing. How many likes is it showing on your side? And everyone's putting different numbers. Look at it. Yeah, YouTube got to get it right, man. It's really irritating as a creator, to be honest, because, like I said, Facebook, when they initially rolled out their Facebook Live, I never had these issues where my counts are all off and it'll say 5 people watching, but we got 70 likes. I never had this issue. But YouTube, for whatever reason, they were one of the slowest to integrate live streaming to their platform, and they're the ones with probably the biggest pockets are close to it, and it has the most glitches and shit. So I'm saying it's all over the place. I just want to talk this good boxing, but if YouTube's not promoting and it's not getting the proper audience, then I'll just go on to what else I have to do because I got a lot to do. I just liked, you know what I just did? Blocked you. That's what I did. Don't come to the stream talking stupid. Even if you dislike it, I don't care, but keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you just put, I disliked it, I just blocked you. How about that? Block. Get your ass out of the stream, man. See, it's always got to be a hater. YouTube ain't even properly promoted the video yet. That's why there's not as many people in the stream as normal. And the hate is still there. They can't, it's like seething through your blood, through your veins. You want to hate so bad. I just disliked it. Well, guess what I just did? I just blocked you. Get your ass up out of here. Go to another stream. Like I said, it's not even about this. I don't even get paid off of likes or dislikes, first of all. But the fact that you come in into somebody's stream just to openly hate. I ain't even get the notification. That's what I'm saying. YouTube. Like right now, we would have like, and if anybody's looking at all my recent streams, we already have multiple people in the stream by now. We've already went through the roll call, but now it's this long drawn out process because of YouTube. Crazy. Adrian Broner versus Lucas Matisse. Yeah, but I mean I ain't heard it from none of my like sources. I just heard people talking about it, so I don't know if that has any legs at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You know what you guys should probably do is just hit the subscribe button and it'll unsubscribe you, and then just resubscribe, because there's a unsubscribe glitch, and what it will do is, I heard they introduced this to the algorithm not too long ago, where like if you don't have enough activity on the channel, it'll unfollow you from, like, meaning you don't comment enough. And live streaming is new for YouTube relatively, so I don't know how they include the live stream comments, because if you notice, the comments that are here aren't there on the replay. You know what I'm saying? So it could be an issue like that. So my suggestion would be to everybody, if you're having trouble with the bell icon notifications, getting the notification, hit the subscribe button, which will unsubscribe you, and then hit the subscribe button again, and then hit the bell icon. So like basically you're doing it fresh. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it depends on how many people you sub to. That's what I'm saying. 36 likes, but 23 people watching. YouTube's on that clown shit. And I'm about to just cut the stream off because it's not, it's still, hold on, let me refresh my page. Bum Squad, that's what's up. Y'all be talking crazy with that Bum Squad shit. Yeah, I mean, oh man, y'all amaze me with this whole bum talk and stuff, because like y'all be like, oh, Wilder's a bum, and then you're already making excuses. You're already making excuses. Danny's an IG model. Who's Danny? What are you talking about? What Danny? Yeah, Wilder clearly has people scared because, again, the thing is, if all of what you say is true, listen, this is how you know when people are lying or not. Because when you're lying, it's, the truth is gonna sound real far-fetched. Like, for example, all the people that, oh, Rigondeaux, he has a boring style, or Wilder, he fights bums. Wilder just said this. He probably watched my video and got the talking point. But my point is this: if Wilder is the least intimidating, and all these people would destroy him, then destroy him easily. Take his strap, and then you have another belt. You made a decent paycheck, I'm assuming, and then it's over. And then you move on to whoever else. But you don't say, like, the fans are talking about Wilder's a bum, but Joseph Parker is fighting Huey Fury and Raz Kojavan and all these people, Andy Ruiz. So those are all epic fights to you, but the person that you're calling a bum has a belt which Andy Ruiz doesn't have, which Huey Fury doesn't have. And Huey Fury didn't look good against a guy that Gerald Big Baby Miller stopped, Fred Cassie. So it doesn't translate. The stuff doesn't make sense. So certain people, like AJ's fighting is mandatory, but he was willing to fight Klitschko, who's not as mandatory. So somehow, some way, the powers that be, Eddie Hearn, went through the proper channels to allow for the Joshua Klitschko fight to get made and the rematch. And the only reason it didn't get made is because Klitschko retired. So why couldn't Eddie Hearn and AJ, if they really believe what they said, like Eddie Hearn recently said he thinks Joshua will knock out Wilder in 3 rounds. Then why don't you go through those same channels, get the Q-Rap Pulev fight postponed, and fight Wilder straight away? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. You got to listen to what people say and then apply what they're saying. Yeah, clearly. You got to make it make sense. It's not making sense. Because if it's so easy, everybody would do it. And then, like, listen, especially if it's a fighter you don't like a Rigondeaux or, let's say, a Wilder, okay, you beat their ass, boom, 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 knock them out, take their belt, bow. You on top of the world. I'm about to put you in the hot seat, not surprised. We're going to see who's not surprised. You're going to get surprised, the surprise that everyone's giving you L's because you're just typing stupid shit. And that's what the game is now. It's about who types 40 words per minute. You know what I mean? Don't care if they make sense. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're making sense, if you're speaking from a factual place over emotional. That's what y'all like to do. But the majority of these people talking crazy about Wilder, if they fought Wilder, they would have no chance. They would have literally no chance. Wilder would destroy you. So it's funny that, oh, he's a bum. He's a bum. Okay, you fight him then. Like I said, I'll record it. We'll sign a disclaimer. We'll have an exhibition like Julio Cesar Chavez we doing. We'll have an exhibition and watch you get stretched. Just because he's 38, what the fuck? What does that mean? Yeah, they would be the next Charlie Zeno. Ortiz is good. Yo, let's do the roll call. We'll do the roll call. Everybody hit the like button, and then we're going to jump right into it because YouTube's playing right now. This is taking forever. So, Boxingego roll call at the beginning and the end of my streams. This one took long because I was waiting for YouTube to properly promote the video, which I don't have time because I'm just going to end the stream. I like to know where you guys are from. City, states, and zip. Rep where you from. San Diego in the building. Who else? Where you guys at? Tujunga, California. Where y'all from? Let's go. San Diego, Miami, Detroit, North Hollywood, aka Hollywood, San Antonio, Fullerton, Las Vegas, Memphis, Tennessee. You guys are slow today. Texas, Bronx, London, San Antonio, UK, London, Boston, Massachusetts, Florida, Maryland, 619, Greenland, Bronx. See, y'all too slow today, man. This is easy. Syracuse, Champaign, Illinois, Baton Rouge. Where y'all at? Let me know where y'all from. Madisonville, Mexico in the building. Baton Rouge in the building. DC, Scotland in the building. Virginia by way of DC, New Orleans, Inglewood, Africa. You ain't from Africa. You from San Diego, you just said. See, I be paying attention. Where y'all from? Y'all extra slow today. This is easy. Brooklyn, North Korea. Yeah. So, yeah, man, let's get right into it. Well, since I was finished my thoughts about Deontay Wilder, like I said, Rigondeaux, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, all these dudes, they got titles. You can't do what you once used to do. They got titles now. So if they weak as hell, collect your paycheck, take their title, and be done. It's easy. It should be easy. Like I don't get it. I don't understand. That's how I know who's fronting, because you clearly are fronting if you're saying stuff like that. And then, like I said, they've already started campaigning against Luis Ortiz, saying he's 38, making excuses. See, I'm gonna tell you how this works. I've been doing this a long time. Y'all want me to tell you how this works? Let me explain how this works. So what happens with certain fighters, people put you in a lose-lose situation where no matter what, you can't win. That's what they try to put you in this weird paradox where they'll say Deontay Wilder ain't fighting nobody. He's fighting bums. He's the bum killer, right? Then he's fighting a good opponent in Luis Ortiz, who's considered the boogeyman of the division, right? Now they know they can't hate on the fight sincerely because Luis Ortiz is a Cuban fighter who's skilled. He can get on his toes and box. He has power to hurt you. He's not like undersized. He's 6'4", legit 250, 260 or whatever he weighs. And they understand it's a good fight. So now that they can't, they're backed into a corner. So the only thing they can throw out there is, oh, but Luis Ortiz is old. He doesn't look like the same, yada, yada, yada. But he's still a good fighter, and nobody's taking his manhood in that ring. So that's what they're doing. They're building the excuse in advance. So no matter if you win or lose, they've already stripped your opponent down. Just like Mayweather Pacquiao. They said the whole 5 years that Pacquiao and Floyd, the fight wasn't happening for politic reasons or whatever, and drug tests. They said a lot of people were banking on Pacquiao. Oh, he'll dust off Mayweather. He'll fuck him up. He'll stop him. Then the fight's made. All of a sudden, oh, Pacquiao's old. Marquez knocked him out. Right? So typical. So you wanted Deontay Wilder to step up. He does step up and takes the harder route than he could have. He could have easily fought against Bermane Stiverne, and it would have been acceptable. Not from the fans per se, but it would have been acceptable because it would have been a mandatory. Just like Joshua was fighting Kubrat Pulev, and just like Golovkin fought Dominique Wade, is because, oh, this is mandatory, so you have a built-in excuse. Now that he's fighting somebody, and in my opinion, if you look at Showtime is getting both fights, the Joshua and Wilder. I'm more excited for Wilder's fight. I think that's a tougher fight. So, like before, let's say Wilder fought Chris Arreola and Joshua was fighting Klitschko, then you could say, oh, Joshua took the harder fight. But now you can't say that because with this particular one, he's fighting Joshua's mandatory, a guy he really doesn't even have to fight. Like I said, he could have easily fought Bermane Stiverne, and it would have had a lackluster like feedback, but it would have been excusable because that's who the WBC put in that number one position. We already got a shmutty dance, man. YouTube trying to hold us back from the front page, but we still do our numbers. Shout out to my dude, Junior Johns. I tell y'all, them yellow and them orange super chats, those be the ones. He donated $10 to the movement. He says, I loved your old videos calling out racism towards black fighters. Man, we still take a knee like Colin Kaepernick. If I see it, if I believe it, then we're going to talk about it. That's just what it is. Yes, I am a 49er fan since a youngin'. Team's not doing so hot, but I believe in loyalty. I'm not going to just bounce around to the most populous team. You know what I'm saying? That's just not me. I've been, since Steve Young and all them, I've been a Niners fan, so you just got to ride for your team. AJ smashes that chin. Yeah, we know Stiverne has been training for this fight a long time. You're just talking nonsense. You've been talking nonsense since you've been in here. I don't do a pound for pound list. Like I said, it's pretty apparent to me like who's in the top spot at most times. because Floyd had it for a while, and then I think it was Ward, and now Ward retired, so I would say Crawford. But I mean, I don't just go down a list and make a list because it would be forever changing, and I choose not to spend my time like that. To be honest, it's a waste of time. It's subjective. I mean, I could have what I consider the best pound for pound list, and someone will completely disagree with my list anyway. So I'd rather just cover the fights, talk up the fighters that I think are really doing it the right way, etc. Crawford, that boy good. That boy good. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're new to the stream. Hit that like button if you haven't already done it. Let's talk about. I want to talk about the middleweight division because this is actually exciting me. Now, one of my biggest complaints for Golovkin, and I'm not blaming Golovkin for this, but the level of praise he was being given from HBO, ESPN, Dan Rayfield, people like that, right? Networks like that. It was hard to like substantiate because in my opinion, I don't think his division was popping. There just weren't that many top level names that hadn't been stopped, that hadn't been beat, that were just killing it. But as you've seen, when Golovkin stepped up in class, the fights got harder. I don't care what anybody says, whether you thought Golovkin won every fight he's taken as a pro. That's neither here nor there. Listen once again. When Golovkin stepped up in class, fought more skillful guys with momentum, the fights got harder, as they should. That's what happens. It's not reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm excited. Make sure y'all keep the comments coming because YouTube's still playing and it's glitchy. But when they see the activity, when they see people interacting, then they have no choice but to bow down and be like, we boxing fans, we here now. You know what I'm saying? But listen, for the first time in a while, the middleweight division is starting to get crowded, where there's some guys who are starting to build momentum. They have momentum. They're coming off of not bad performances or, you know what I mean, fighting each other where they're testing themselves. So it is getting real good. So that's what I want to talk about in this particular video. My man from BK, Brownsville, Daniel Jacobs versus Luis Cuba Arias. On the card, Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Amerish Weck. I think that's how you pronounce his name. November 11th at the Nassau Coliseum. Now listen, this is a good fight. And see this. Listen. A lot of casuals, what they will do, what they'll end up doing is, because someone doesn't have the name as big as like a Canelo or somebody, they'll immediately call them a bum. Now, don't get me wrong. There are instances where a big star will fight somebody, and even real boxing fans, diehard boxing fans, are like scratching their head, like, who? Who's Liam Smith that Canelo's fighting, right? Who is this Jeff Horn that Pacquiao's fighting? Because even if you follow the sport of boxing, a lot of those guys never did anything across the way, you know what I mean, across overseas and stuff, never came to the States, don't have any type of name, you know what I mean? But Luis Cuba Arias, if you follow boxing, you'll really have at least heard of his name, whether you've seen his fight. One, he was with Floyd Mayweather Promotion. He was one of the early signings, you know what I mean, when Mayweather Promotions, in my opinion, they didn't have as many talented fighters as they did, and Cuba Arias was one of them. Second, he's from Milwaukee, I believe, and he has an amateur pedigree. So I remember even there's like a YouTube video when I guess Luis Cuba Arias got dropped from TMT, and he was in the Mayweather gym in the parking lot, and I think he was like arguing with J. Leon Love or somebody, right? But that was a long time ago. Since he signed with Rock Nation, he's still undefeated. He just fought on the Ward Kovalev 2 card, and he fought, I think it was his mandatory or somebody was supposed to fight, a ranked guy, and he knocked the dude out. So, again, this is not a bad fight for Jacobs. I'm going to tell you, I told y'all in January this was not going to be a good year for y'all. And I already see it. And I seen it back then. I still see it. I'm making good with my promises. And the thing I noticed, and I'm going to tell you how they play the game. See, there's rules to the game. And if you know the rules to the game, then you know how to play, right? If you see what they do before they do it, then you know how to move and you know how to adapt. So I'm gonna cue you guys in, right? Now, this is what the casuals will do. First of all, they're gonna be like, Luis Cuba Ortiz. Who is that? But again, I just went over that. If you watch boxing, if you're a real boxing fan, you'll probably at least have heard of him because he was with Floyd Mayweather's TMT. And he's with Rock Nation. He was just on cards. He's still undefeated. That's an easy issue. 2, this is what they do. Ask people who they had winning Gennady Golovkin versus Daniel Jacobs. I personally had Jacobs winning. I was in New York. There was a blizzard. I had a great time. That was my first time in New York as an adult, right? Had a great time, but I had Jacobs winning. Now, a lot of the people will be like, no, that's bullshit. Golovkin won. Jacobs lost fair and square, right? I'm going to show y'all. Let me open up. Let me tell you guys. Let me explain to you guys. So let them tell it. They had Triple G winning like the unanimous decision, like the 3 judges. Okay, fine. But then now those same people, this is where you guys pay attention. Those same people will shit on this fight, right? They're going to shit on this fight because they don't want to give credit. They're going to shit on this fight like, what the fuck? Why is Daniel Jacobs not fighting Jamal Charlo? So allow me to put it in perspective and show you what they're doing. So in your mind, Triple G beat Danny Jacobs. He beat him, meaning Danny Jacobs is coming off of a loss. Second of all, Triple G just fought Canelo to a draw, retained his WBC belt. Jamal Charlo, however, fought on the Broner Garcia card for an eliminator for the WBC. So he is the number 1 mandatory for Gennady Golovkin. But those same people are now saying, why isn't Daniel Jacobs fighting Jamal Charlo, who just moved to the division, got the ranking, won the eliminator, and is the number 1 mandatory for Golovkin? So they don't care about why Golovkin is not fighting him and why Abel Sanchez has an interview with DBN, and he's saying, why should we fight Charlo? They're not caring about that. They want the guy who's coming off of a loss in their mind, and that's what the judges gave him, a loss. They want him to immediately come back and fight Charlo. How is that fair? Not taking into consideration that Luis Cuba Ortiz, like, again, he has an amateur pedigree, he has some power, and he's undefeated. And Jacobs is fighting him off a loss because you can say it's a tune-up, but it's not really a tune-up. You know what I mean? Like, Cuba Ortiz is not like where Golovkin is, like in terms of rating, but Jacobs, in his mind, he feels he won the fight. That's why he's not. He could go to the bottom of the barrel and find some scallywag middleweight, but he's not doing that because he's still confident because he believes he beat Triple G. So this is a good fight. He's fighting an undefeated guy, etc. Meanwhile, Kovalev claims that the only reason he lost to Andre Ward, right, was because of low blows. The ref helped him out. But look who he's fighting. He's fighting Shabransky, who has a chance, but has also been stopped before too. So there's a chance he can get stopped because we've seen him stop instead of Sullivan Barrera, who we haven't seen get stopped by Shabransky or Andre Ward. But you guys got to pay attention. Look at and study the moves. See how people try to do this. Jacobs, coming off a loss, has to fight Charlo. But even though Charlo's the number 1 mandatory and Golovkin's still undefeated, he don't have to fight him. Because they want that. They want the black on black crime. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care if Jacobs and Charlo fight because you probably don't care about them. You just want it. It's a good fight. I'm not saying it's not a good fight. but you don't care who wins. But you know, Triple G is your dude. You know what I'm saying? He's your dude. So you don't want him to fight Charlo. You don't want Jacobs to get a rematch because they pose a different threat level. And the more you know. Canelo ain't coming back this year, he said, so I'm not even talking about Canelo like that. I can respect the man that just is blunt, makes up his mind. You know what I mean? Canelo's helping his people. Now, let's talk about that too, man. I got to get this off my chest. Can I get this off my chest? Got to let that bitch breathe. Can I let this bitch breathe? Huh? Y'all want me to get this on my chest or y'all don't care? Billy Joe will KO Golovkin? I don't know about that. I would favor Golovkin to beat Billy Joe. Speak your mind, ego. Y'all want me to let this bitch breathe? Gotta let this bitch breathe. I'm gonna let this bitch breathe. So, I'm trying to explain to y'all and drop gems and give you the more you know, like G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. Now, listen to this. I don't hate on people getting money. I don't get mad if someone being promoted. But let's be real. This whole Gennady Golovkin Mexican style was a gimmick. It's a gimmick, straight up. I'm not saying Golovkin's not a good fighter. I'm not saying he doesn't have aspects of a come forward style. However, when Gennady Golovkin faces a skillful puncher, right, he fights totally different. Therefore, you are taken out of the conversation of the stereotypical Mexican style because you're not fighting Mexican style with Danny Jacobs, David Lemieux, and Canelo, right? You can be giving them pressure, but you're not. You look at how much respect that Triple G gave Canelo on the ropes. He landed 8 body shots. I mean, so like we got to stop this whole Mexican style. Now, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? It was a gimmick. It was a way to get the Mexican dollar, and then people got split when he actually fought a Mexican fighter in Canelo. You know what I mean? Because then they had to pick who they liked. You know what I mean? And I don't like how the gimmick is getting played out to me. Like you're gonna tell the actual Mexican fighter that he didn't fight Mexican enough, basically post fight. Now, I told you I was gonna let this bitch breathe. Let this bitch breathe. So the other issue is this. Post-fight, Golovkin was like, hey, no, Canelo, he moved too much. It's not real Mexican style. Big drama show, right? You want a big drama show, and you're basically saying the fighter from Guadalajara, Mexico, is not fighting Mexican enough for you, or Mexican style. He's not giving. I mean, it's a strategy. You got to have a strategy, especially if you find a bigger guy. Otherwise, you have a short career. But this is how I know it's a gimmick, because the actual Mexican fighter, when turmoil struck and there was a natural disaster that affected people in Texas, people in Florida, people in Puerto Rico, and people in Mexico. Those were the main areas that got hit. Now, the actual Mexican Canelo put up money for the people in Houston. The actual Mexican fighter went to Mexico days after his fight, donated $1 million, and was with the people, his people. And I don't respect any. I mean, I don't expect anything less. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. If like tragedy struck Ireland, you don't think Conor McGregor's like go back and hold down the region? You know what I'm saying? The region that raised him. So it is what it is. But we gotta stop with this whole Mexican stuff, because like I said, when the tragedy in Mexico struck, Canelo's putting his dollar. He's showing you the Mexican style. He's with his people. You know what I mean? Putting $1 million up signing autographs and care packages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I don't know what Triple G. I'm not his manager, but where's his Mexican style? Did he go to Mexico or Puerto Rico and hand out like care packages and shit like that? I don't know. I haven't heard about it. So that whole Mexican style to me is a gimmick. What's Triple G's style? And I mean, it's the whole Mexican style stuff is stupid because not every Mexican fighter fights like that. Canelo, Juan Manuel Marquez, yeah, they got aggression, they got offenses, but they don't fight. Marquez would have been knocked out by somebody if he'd been fighting like Mexican style. Pacquiao with Mexican style his ass, and he Filipino. If you fight Pacquiao like you don't got no fucking sense, you're getting stretched. Period. So all that, oh, he's Mexican, oh, warm blood, machista, like that's stupid. You fight Pacquiao, who's not even Mexican, you gonna get Mexican style, and that's just what it is. So I'm not trying to hear that. You got to fight these fights to win. Period. Fight to win. If your game is on the outside, catch Pacquiao coming reckless and counter it, you know, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Margarito fought Pacquiao Mexican style and all this shit, right? And his eye almost fucking fell out Mexican style. His eye finna fall off like a pinball machine and shit. Fucking with Pacquiao. So I don't believe in that. Don't fight per race or per heritage. Fight your fight to win. Period. Margarito got a fucking Mexican style eye right now. They're gonna dip his eye in ceviche with shrimp and guacamole because his fucking eye's gonna fall out. So I mean that's stupid. Fighting off of cojones and shit. That's just what it is. Pacquiao with Mexican style. I think they were calling him like the Mexican killer or something because he had beaten the Marquezes and Marco Antonio Barreras and the Margaritos and shit. I would pick Canelo to beat Golovkin again in the rematch. Is Canelo overrated to you? No, I don't think he's overrated. Actually, he don't even really, a lot of people hate him, it looks like. Ego, you're probably tired of talking about Canelo Triple G, but any thoughts on Canelo's recent comment that he wants that to be the first fight of 2018? Wow, you bugging, Ego? See, people like you, your comments make no sense. I'm bugging. What did I say that was bugging? Mexicutioner, that's what they were calling. Y'all always say this, oh, you're bugging, but you didn't even tell me what I said that was bugging. And just because you disagree doesn't mean I'm bugging. Because I picked Danny Garcia to beat Lucas Matisse, and I was bugging then too, because y'all was saying he was going to get knocked out. And guess what? I wasn't bugging. I picked Kovalev to beat Bernard Hopkins, not by knockout, but by decision. I was bugging then too when I was right. I picked Nicholas Walters to knock out Donaire. The videos are still up. And I was bugging then and I was right. I picked Kell Brook to beat Sean Porter by decision. And I was bugging too. And I was still. So just because you disagree don't mean I'm bugging. Maybe you bugging. Maybe I need to start spraying the raid on y'all. Because I'm picking Canelo to win don't mean I'm bugging. I think Canelo has more skill. And I think time is unforgiving. And I think, listen, in my honest opinion, when it comes down to rematches, usually the separation is created by skill. Not always, but a lot of times it is. So to me, I look at it like Golovkin fought a damn good fight, arguably won the fight. Some people said it was a draw. Some people said Canelo won the fight, but I would say probably more people gave Golovkin the fight. And he still didn't get the victory. So in a rematch, what is he going to do differently? Is he going to come out and just be like Rumvasai and killing Canelo's body? I don't really see that. I see Canelo having more skill to make more adjustments and fight totally different. Golovkin, I mean, how much more pressure can he put on? He put on a crazy amount of pressure to Canelo. Yeah, but Brian, you don't know shit about boxing. You talking about throw bombs, but when you throw bombs, Canelo still has a clean defense. And even if he came out throwing bombs, then you're also throwing away your defense that Golovkin doesn't have, and you're leaving yourself susceptible. Golovkin put an immense amount of pressure and still got a draw and didn't beat Canelo as decisively as Mayweather. So yeah, I would probably favor Canelo. And the longer he waits, he's saying he wants that the first chance, which is May, for him because he wants to fight on the Mexican dates. But the longer he waits, the better it gets for him. If he stalls it out longer, fights like David Lemieux or some shit. But even if he fights him immediately, I mean, what adjustments will Golovkin do? He put on crazy pressure. He showed a crazy chin. His jab was already on point. So what more is he gonna do? Is he gonna start showing finesse and like upper body and head movement and like what is he gonna do? Like, you know, like he's gonna all of a sudden be slick in one camp and be like dodging shots and like check in and counter. Like what is he gonna do? That's what I'm trying to understand. Cut off the ring better? Yeah, but listen, it's hard when you don't want to get countered. Why? Okay, put it this way. Why? Okay, answer this. Somebody answer this because now we're probably going to get to a hot seat victim very shortly. Answer this question to me, for me. Why was it more difficult for Golovkin to cut off the ring versus Danny Jacobs and Canelo than it seems to have been for really anyone else? And I'm not going to say Kilbrook because he's a welterweight. I want to talk about of size people at least. So why was it harder cutting off the ring against Jacobs and Canelo than it seemed to be the case versus all those other guys he fought? No, I want you guys to answer. Shout out to Nino Munoz. Shout out to Miles. Go read what they put, and then you'll know. Because they are better fighters, higher level of competition, they can crack back. Those are all very good answers. That's why cutting off the ring became more of a chore, because you have to worry about what's coming back at you because you're fighting a higher level of competition. And you're fighting guys whose power you cannot just completely disrespect. Now, Golovkin, don't get it twisted. He showed a chin, but I don't think him showing a chin was just it was a casualty of war for his style. He wasn't trying to get hit. He was still blocking glove, catching some shit on the gloves and backing up and shit. So he wasn't trying to catch all that shit flush, but that's just part of his style. You know what I mean? If you're that offensive, then you're gonna get hit even more. Unless you're slick as hell. But like I said, I don't think it's all this shit excuses y'all making about so and so got old. No one got old. He's fighting better people. Because listen, if let's say Golovkin fought Hassan Indam and then he fought Martin Murray in a rematch, those fights would look like he's always lost. I really believe that. If Hassan Indam got knocked down by Peter Quillen 6 times, right? And knocked down by David Lemieux 4 times. If he fought Hassan Indam, he does good with that style. Hassan Indam, I know he had a killer knockout recently, but it wasn't against a big name. He didn't knock out Curtis Stevens and shit like that. So I think Golovkin would have went through Hassan Indam. You know, if he fought Martin Murray again. Those styles, like based on where they're at in their careers and stuff, he would fare well with those styles. And then people would be like, oh, Golovkin's knockout streak's back. But it's hard to get the knockout when you're fighting better people. "2018 does need Deontay Wilder and Joshua." That's epic. Ego, do you think Chris Eubank Jr. should go back down to middleweight after the Super 6? No, I mean, it depends on what happens. He fights George Groves and all that. I mean, but if he likes the weight and he wins the tournament, why go back to middleweight? Golovkin has teetered on the idea of moving to 168, or at least Abel has. So I don't think he has to go back down. Wilder gets KO'd against who? He ain't improving no more. He's stuck where he's at. Who? I don't even know what y'all talking about. There's like multiple conversations going on. AJ, if his chin holds up, he beats Wilder, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Will his chin hold up to that right? Klitschko put him down. An athletic, aggressive, younger Wilder, I definitely think can hurt Joshua. Vice versa. I mean, if Eric Molina can hurt Wilder, then Joshua can hurt you. Middleweight is starting to crack, though. That's the title of this video. I want to get back to that. Middleweight is starting to crack, and I'm loving it. Again, Jacobs off of a loss. He's fighting an undefeated guy. Respects to that. And some people are saying Ortiz is a bad pick. It's a bad pick. Now, if you have, head over to my website. We got the fresh joints, new articles. Demetrius Andre returns to HBO. Boo Boo moves up to middleweight. Uh-oh. We the future, man. Moving up to middleweight. That's another threat. Another threat, man. Yeah, he has the frame to move up. Look at him. I mean, he's 6'1". He has a frame to move up. Now, this is the thing I like about Andre moving up. He picked the right time. He's moving up while everybody's tied up. Canelo said he ain't fighting no more this year. Golovkin, probably, if he does fight, I think it has to be either a unification with Billy Joe Saunders, a Miguel Cotto fight, or something that's going to make him a lot of money to even risk not looking great or something like that, or losing a title, or losing, you know what I'm saying? It has to be a big, maybe even a Chavez Jr., someone they think that he can beat, that can generate some money. So Andre is not going to fight him. Danny Jacobs and Luis Cuba Arias are fighting each other in November, right? David Lemieux is probably going to fight Cotto. If not, he's fighting on that December card. So Demetrius Andre, he's fighting the unknown guy named Fox. But that's what he should be doing. You know what I mean? Everyone else is tied up. Get some activity and just really test the waters. Test the waters at middleweight, see how you look and see how you feel. And I think this dude's name is Alan Tez Fox. He's undefeated. So, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I fought an undefeated guy who's not coming to lay down. Shout out to Fremont, California. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. But that's what you're supposed to do. Creep up in the game, in the division, because you don't want to come up and necessarily fight a killer Jamal Charlo immediately when he moved up before you. He's pretty big looking at middleweight, even though he just moved up. So, I like this move from Andre, and to me, I've seen Andre spar live. I was there. He has all the tools. He's a southpaw. He's skilled. He represented the USA in the Olympics. The biggest kryptonite I've seen from his career is the fact of inactivity. Whether he's suing Jay-Z and Rock Nation, pulled out of the fight with Jamal Charlo because of the money dispute, those different things, that's the biggest kryptonite. And he's with a promoter who's not the biggest. It's not like an Al Heyman, Golden Boy top rank size promoter. So getting him dates and meaningful fights has been a challenge, getting them on cards. So Demetrius Andrade is overrated. Based on what, though? Who? Boxing Monk. Who? Name your top five. Who's your top five? Demetrius Andrade is overrated. So who do you think the top five skilled guys are? Demetrius Andrade is returning October 21st in New York on HBO Boxing After Dark. Why y'all keep talking about Triple G versus Mayweather? I don't see that shit happening. Yeah, sorry, Martin. A lot of people didn't get the live notification. But listen, we got 116 people on the live stream right now, and we have 75 likes. I feel like we could get that up. Hit the like button if you enjoy the boxing talk and the live stream and the effort. Just hit the like button because we should be triple digits. I've been on over an hour. YouTube was tripping at first, and they weren't notifying people. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the guy to respond and tell me who his top 5 skilled fighters are. What are your thoughts on Danny Garcia not fighting Sean Porter? He's going to get a lot of pressure. He's going to get a lot of pressure. I mean, obviously, it's a fight I want to see. Why not take it? You know what I mean? You guys are both chasing the Keith Thurman rematch. So, you know what I mean? Last man standing. That'll be eliminated. WBC wants it. Porter's want it. The fans want it. You know what I mean? Why not? Rigondeaux, Wilder, Ortiz, Crawford, and Thurman. That's a good list of skilled fighters, but I don't see why you have Demetrius Andrade as overrated. I mean, I don't think he's overrated. If anything, he's not even really talked about. It's not like he's not the most relevant based on his inactivity. But I mean, I know things that y'all don't know. But like Willie Nelson, like I've seen dude train. He hits hard. I know he spars with Troy, or he was sparring with Troy, and other people I know and stuff like that. And the way Demetrius Andrade beat him was very impressive. Very, very impressive. Because the guy was, Willie Nelson was bigger than him, taller than him, amateur pedigree, was getting accolades in the Midwest, has power, had a tough fight with Vanes Martirosyan, very tall. And Demetrius Andrade was in his front door, banging with him, fighting aggressive, and still not getting touched. Yeah, I think he did get hurt in one small spot, but he had a poker face, didn't get dropped, and got back to work and got a stoppage. That was impressive. Beating Vanes Martirosyan, I don't think it should have even been a split decision or whatever they said it was. I think Andrade clearly won that fight. It shouldn't have been a split. But after getting knocked down, and that was his very first. That was his very first title fight or whatever. And then he beat Vanes Martirosyan. Even Edislandi Lara in the rematch, or Jermell Charlo, have tough fights with Vanes Martirosyan, where some people argue that Vanes got robbed and should have won. But the Andrade win was very clear. Yeah, Danny Jacobs is smart. Other thing is HBO, they probably got some money to burn. Because who are their fighters? Canelo said he ain't coming back this year. Golovkin may come back, but depending on who he fights, it might be a pay-per-view, maybe, right? And Top Rank done took Pacquiao, Lomachenko, and Crawford. So who does HBO really have for their boxing? So that's why they threw that money at Danny Jacobs, and he collected. They liked what he did in March with Golovkin. I thought he beat Golovkin, and it's on the cracking. I don't know. I know Andrade fought Thurman. I don't know if he knocked him out, though. Where'd y'all hear he knocked him out? I don't know. And actually, I think Thurman beat him, too. But I don't know about knockouts. I'd have to research that. Lada is number 1. I told y'all, man, middleweight's cracking right now. Listen, you kind of have Cotto there, maybe, for one more fight. But we're not even if we exclude him. David Lemieux, Canelo, Golovkin, Danny Jacobs, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Peter Quillen left the division. Who else is there? Maybe Aventel Ortiz comes back. The guy that just knocked out Toriano Johnson. I forgot his name, how to pronounce it. You got some players up there now. That's what I like, man. Lada said he would move up to 160 for the right. Billy Joe Saunders. You still got probably like Willie Monroe's and Gabe Rosado's. Superflies are popping. Deverenchenko, yeah, whatever his name is. He's looking impressive. I think Andy Lee's still there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind stuff like Andy Lee and Gabe Rosado. I think Gabe Rosado's fighting Glenn Tapia. You know what I mean? Have Andy Lee fight the winner of that. Just for an action fight. No one wants to fight Lada. Difficult style. But yeah, middleweight's popping. I'm excited. And like I said, Demetrius Andrade crept in at the right time. The other guys, the top names that he eventually would want to chase are kind of busy or tied up, most of them. So he's going to come, test the water, see how you feel. Let's get it cracking, man. Well, I'm getting ready to head to the store. Let's try to get the chat to triple digits. I just wanted to drop some live stream talk. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's do a quick roll call. Let me know where y'all from. So I can read it out. Yeah, man, I need to head to the store. City, state, zip. Bang, where you from? Ego gang, ego mafia. This is the mob, money on top of boxing. Sonora, Texas, San Diego, Vegas, Brixton, London. Where y'all at? Chester, Bronx, Hermosillo, Atlanta, Brixton, Fremont, Cali, Sanford, Florida, Tyler, Texas. I think Jamie Foxx might be from Tyler, Texas. I'm not sure. Baltimore, Bronx, New York, Baton Rouge, Oakland, East Oakland, yee! New Jersey, Lithuania, Brooklyn, London, Montreal. You guys are great, man. But I want to let y'all know, man, because I called the heavyweight division a long time ago when I started seeing. I was like, man, there's some people up here. There's some good names. Now you see the heavyweight division is popping, and middleweight is looking like it's that division where in the next year or so we can start seeing some real good shit there. I mean, Jamal Charlo versus Danny Jacobs, right? Danny Jacobs versus Canelo. Danny Jacobs versus Demetrius, and I mean, this is crazy. Golovkin versus Charlo. Golovkin Canelo 2. Golovkin Danny Jacobs rematch. Canelo versus David Lemieux. I'm loving it. It was fun, man. Let's try to get. We're like 8 likes away. Hit the last minute likes. I'm out of here. I'm about to head to the store. Let me know something. Who's the next middleweight you want to see? What's the next big fight? Drop a comment. Holla at me. Peace out, y'all.